Some exotic effects are better than others in Endgame, so I thought I'd put together my personal ranking list from worst to best that can be applied to any weapon at the Exotic Fabricator or found on named exotics. So let's get straight into it. Coming in at number 8 is Photon rounds. With Photon rounds, each bullet has a chance to transform a normal or special enemy's health into a healing glyph. Now this can come in handy sometimes. It will basically drop a healing orb that you can pick up to instantly refill your health meter, which can occasionally save you from going down when things get crazy. But there are so many ways you can heal or stay alive in Endgame now, from certain skill tracks to exotic skills, nightmare skills or major abilities. So I think you are better off saving this exotic effect for something more useful. So Photon rounds is the worst exotic effect in my opinion and deserves to come in at the 8th spot on my list. At number 7, I think it has to be Neuron disruption rounds. With this one, each bullet has a chance to temporarily turn a normal or special enemy into an ally. Like all the exotic effects on this list, it's not bad, it's just that the others are way more useful in my opinion. It can come in handy and has some uses, but overall I think this one is a bit weak. Yes, it will add an ally to your team for a short period occasionally, but it's not overpowered in any way. I also feel like it doesn't trigger as often as the other exotic effects either, making it one of my least favourite exotic effects out there. Coming in at number 6 is Frost rounds. Each bullet has a chance to slow a normal or special enemy and increases the damage they receive. This one is a bit better than the last two as it has that slow effect which can come in very handy. Dealing damages to enemies affected by frost rounds also has a slight damage increase, which is also nice. This can come in handy when you are trying to create space between you and large groups of enemies or that special enemy type you are trying to take down. Once the frost rounds go off, it will slow down any enemy it hits, meaning you can move away from it or the crowd and stay on your feet that little bit longer in some situations. At number 5, I'm putting Incendiary rounds. Each bullet has a chance to apply a burn effect on normal or special enemies, dealing damage over time. So once Incendiary rounds activates, it'll burn enemies, ticking off damage for a few moments after. This one is quite a nice one as it does persistent damage to enemies even when you aren't firing at them, which is another great one for dealing with higher health enemies or crowds. It's a good exotic effect if you want to feel like you are running around Avalon with a flamethrower. Coming in at number 4 on my list is Shock rounds. Shock rounds has a chance for bullets to stun a normal or special enemy and generate an electrical damage field. So much like frost rounds, it's a good one for creating space between you and enemies. But with shock rounds, it'll stun the enemy in place, so for a few moments they won't be able to chase you or deal damage as they'll be stuck. It also deals out damage over time like the Incendiary rounds does. This is one of the better exotic effects to have on your weapon as it stuns and deals damage to enemies even when you aren't hitting them directly. Okay, now we're starting to get into the good stuff with Graviton rounds at number 3. Each bullet has a chance to spawn a black hole on a normal or special enemy, lethally displacing nearby enemies. This is a cool one. When it triggers, it'll cause enemies to enter purple black holes and drops them in a different location. So it looks cool, but is also great for instantly killing enemies or dropping specials a little bit further away from you, again creating space for you. It can hit multiple enemies at once, so it's fantastic for dealing with large crowds of enemies at once, and it will slam specials into the ground, dealing an amount of damage and stunning them for a few seconds. Graviton rounds is one of the best exotic effects you can apply to your weapon. So with 2 exotic effects left to go, I've put Mortar rounds in at the number 2 spot. Each bullet that hits a normal or special enemy has a chance to launch fireworks that targets other nearby enemies. This is great because once it activates, it will send out fireworks that will instantly eliminate any nearby enemies. These additional fireworks hit or deal substantial damage to any nearby specials. This is another fantastic exotic effect for dealing with crowds of enemies as it triggers often and instantly eliminates most things. It's also a cool visual effect too, so definitely earns its number 2 spot. Okay, so that leaves us with the number 1 spot, which is of course Shrapnel rounds. Each bullet that hits a normal or special enemy has a chance to create an explosion that destroys armor. A lot of enemies across Endgame come with armor, and Shrapnel rounds will deal damage through the armor better than other exotic effects will. This comes in particularly handy against certain bosses like Oscar, the Overlord, Uberklaus and more. Anything that has armor will be melted so much faster with any weapon with shrapnel rounds applied to it. So it is always my go-to exotic effect. One of the best combinations of exotic effects and utility bonuses you can have in Endgame after the recent ion and explosive bullet nerf is the Shrapnel rounds exotic effect and sharpshooter utility bonus. This combination absolutely tears through enemies of all types and bosses. And that is my personal exotic effect ranking list. Which is your favourite or go-to exotic effect in Endgame? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll be uploading a ton more Endgame videos in the coming days and weeks, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. I have a Discord server with nearly 600 Endgame players in it, so if you are looking for teammates or just want to discuss Endgame further, the link is down below. You can now also become a channel member and get exclusive badges, emojis, access to member-only chat rooms and more. Again, the link to the memberships is down below as well. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day.